And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I'm your host Ray. With me as always, we have Father,
Greetings.
and we also have Dion.
What is up?
All right. So how y'all been doing?
Broke. Nah, I'm playing. I'm good.
Chilling.
Oh man. So if I sound a little different to y'all, I'm trying out new equipment, new mic and all that other stuff. So if anybody in the comments will let me know how it sounds, just let me know. But so far I've been liking what I've been uh hearing. So so, so first things first. BlurCon just happened a week ago, and they started a new thing, which is this year, which is going to be Geeknik. So, Father, you and I went to BlurCon. What do you think about BlurCon this year?
It
Now
was
that it's
good.
been
No complaints. I didn't really have no complaints. It was good. I'm glad they expanded it to another venue. You feel what I'm saying? Just because they knew a whole bunch of niggas was gonna be there because of a certain somebody. But I mean, yeah, it
Mhm.
was pretty good. I went in there, I played my games, I joined the Tekken tournament, but that shit started at 8 o'clock and it was 64-man double elimination. And I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, yeah, nigga, that's too much time. And also they got my name wrong. So I kind of forfeited. I passed out on Friday unknowingly, but the niggas held me down. But yeah, I had a good time. I cut up with my niggas. It was good. No complaints.
I had fun too. Most of the time I'm going there, I get to see people I ain't seen in a while. So I actually saw a lot of people that I ain't seen in a while. So that was good for me. My nitpick was that the registration was like yonders away. It wasn't near like the other one. But I do understand they had to do that because Janelle Monae was there. And I'm not gonna lie to you, she's short as shit. And even regarding that, I think she heard me when I said that because my little sister, she was like, "Oh my God, Janelle Monae is right there." And I was like, "Where's she at?" And then she had to point me out. I said, "Damn, she's short as shit." And I see her turn her neck around, so I think she hurt me because I definitely wasn't earshot of her. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I will say this: I don't know about you, but do you think they should start? I know they signed a contract or something like that, so they're gonna be there for a while. But do you think that they should start looking at new venues? Father, Father, you there? Am I here?
What just happened?
Did I disappear?
Briefly, yeah. You can hear me clearly, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I just went outside and back inside again, and my phone just reconnected to my Wi-Fi. I was wondering if that had something to do with him dropping.
It should. But yeah. Did you hear my question, Father?
Yeah, I did. You didn't hear my answer?
No.
Really?
That was probably on me. I was like, what did you say?
I said it was good. And what's it said? Like if they did like a BlurCon Atlanta or like a BlurCon West Coast or like a BlurCon New York, I'd much rather prefer that than them just changing the venue. You know what I'm saying? They could just keep the venue here in Arlington and shit like that, and expand on like really, really, really special situations and shit like that. But I'd rather them just expand to other places. You know what I'm saying?
That's actually a good idea. I ain't really think of that because I know he like takes his birth, tell everybody to come to DC or Northern Virginia to be specific. But I know like they do go to other cons and promote FlirCon. So
That's what I'm
maybe
saying. So like, especially like the West Coast, they can definitely start. They can definitely start with the East Coast. My bad, and then just expand from there.
that's cool. I would not have a problem with that. And then it'll make him a lot more money, and it'll put more eyes to like BlurCon shit. Because like the other cons, they're cool, but I always feel like I'm too old for them. But for some reason, BlurCon, I just feel like right at home, and I think it's because of that like cookout feel. Um, but yeah, this is it. Any last words before we move on to our next topic? Okay. With that being said, oh, I want to start with what Father gave me the other day, and it was based on Anthony Mackie. And Anthony Mackie was on the Pivot podcast. If y'all don't know what that is, so um, I don't know what's over here. He said some um he said some things that it did open up people's ears. So I just wanted him to talk about it and then give the panel their thoughts. So let me know if y'all can hear it.
I've been in the business 24 years, right? And I've seen people go from nothing to the biggest stars in the world. I've seen people go from one role to winning Academy Awards and doing all this shit. And what I realized yesterday, thinking about it, we're lying to our kids, though. We tell our kids if they do right and they make the good grades and they go to the programs and they will become successful. And that's not true. Success is given. It's not earned. Because you can be the most brilliant motherfucker. If one person don't tap you, each one of y'all, there were people who could hit harder, who could catch better, who could run faster. But somebody said, you're the one. And the other 50 behind you fell off.
Anthony Mackie drops controversial statement.
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, I heard that, but I also heard your Marvel Rivals in the damn background.
I thought I muted that.
No, it's very loud.
Yeah, I was actually attempting to say something about that and forgot my shit was muted.
Yeah, that Marvel Rivals is blasting.
That's, okay.
Fun game, by the way, though.
I had this. Oh, it's not muted. Damn it. That's weird. I had it. I think it's because
at,
it's not coming from my
at
laptop.
the very least, go in the options on the game and shut off the music.
No, I did that before I, because I can't hear the Marvel Rivals through my speaker. So, nor could I hear him talking, but y'all heard it, so I guess it doesn't matter. So, but do you want me to play again, or I just
I
play
heard it.
everything?
I heard it.
All right, go ahead. What you thought about it?
All right. So Anthony Mackie, he says we have lied to our kids and that respect is given and it's not earned. And there's definitely a lot of people that have earned it. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not going to say that, but I do resonate with him saying that we definitely have there definitely has been a lie that has been perpetuated saying that as long as a motherfucker work hard, then they'll be successful, and that's not always the case, right? Well, just look at our parents. You feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of them, they work hard. A lot of them, we've seen them put in a lot of work. A lot of them, we seen them, sacrifice and do everything, and they be still in the same place, not because they haven't, worked hard or anything like that, but it's just simply due to the fact that the opportunities has been skewed for certain people that have the network to put themselves in certain spots. You feeling what I'm saying? And you would, especially when you think about it in a black community perspective, like, bro, most of the people that was making most of the money is because people put them on. You feeling what I'm saying? It's because they got that opportunity. And we were even talking about that in one of the lives that we was doing, that, yo, like, if I have the ability to help you out and to put you in a better position, and I see that you're diligent and you have a good work ethic and stuff like that, I'm just simply going to give you that opportunity. You feeling what I'm saying? But what I don't understand is this notion that people have to struggle and suffer and work for 10 years straight just to make enough money to pay for basic necessities. And then by the time they get to that point, the dollar done motherfucking lost its value. You feeling what I'm saying? So I completely agree with him when he said that we definitely did kind of set our kids up for failure by telling them, by hearing this, oh, all you need to do is work hard shit. And I'm pretty sure both of you have experiences to where, nigga, you were probably the best worker in that motherfucker and you ain't really got nothing to show for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Ray, I know we definitely have motherfucking conversations where you have literally seen me network my ass off. You have seen me do the work. You have seen me show up to places. You have seen me. And yet, it just seems like the opportunities have never been adequate enough for, not only just me, but for a lot of our peers to, realize a better lifestyle for themselves. Meanwhile, you got niggas that'll fucking take their sandals off in a motherfucking stream and they get donations in the thousands. You feeling what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like, yo, like, what are we doing here? Like, exactly, what is the end goal here? Are we all supposed to own businesses? Are we all supposed to work 2, 3 jobs? Are we all supposed to just fucking sit down and shut up and let people exploit us? You know what I'm saying? People in the motherfucking federal government losing their jobs, like, it goes deep. You feeling what I'm saying? It goes real deep. And I'm just glad that Anthony Mackie said that shit in his position, because it is a problem that we don't talk about a lot. But yeah, that's my
And
thoughts.
as what Father was saying, I remember like going to a portfolio class, and everybody in my who was black had a problem with the portfolio class because it seems like no one was really looking at them. But and I'm not saying this as a racist thing, but it does have to imply on it. The white people was getting the looks. The black people, they was gonna get a look, and a lot of them, they worked hard on their projects. They worked hard in their portfolio. They worked hard to be seen, but they wasn't really getting the looks. And I remember uh they was complaining to one of our professors. It was just like it seems like they are not really looking for us. It seems like they was looking for something else, but we didn't know what. But now I didn't have. I was like I was supposed to be watching. It wasn't my portfolio class, but I guarantee you, like my portfolio, my like I had some of the best videos in my. And I'm not even like trying to hark on my own name. Like anybody that was working with me knew that I had some of the best videos and some of the best production on it because I like put my work into it. And I don't sometimes it doesn't even seem like it's been like really looked at for something. Like, yeah, from my peers, but like from the people that I feel like that, I want to work for, it seems like they don't look for me. Or it's like I don't feel like a description sometimes. So I could see what he was saying because there's a lot of people that I guarantee they don't have half the talent, but they're the ones getting the looks. So like I'm I'm glad he said that. I'm actually surprised he said that, especially since he's been in it for 24 years. But I guess he knows better than anybody. But then again, the way social media is right now, and you see the people that's getting famous off of dumb stuff, it like you can't help but to acknowledge it. Like um, what was How many times you don't see something that y'all said like this is retarded, and next thing you know, they got a
Hawk
big ass
Tua.
yeah, to it. Talk to
Man,
it, girl.
that reminds me of something.
Go ahead, Jay.
I kind of predicted freaking Doja Cat's success way back when.
Doja Cat's talented though. She's just weird.
Do you remember when when what was the thing that first got people to see her? That
The
bitch
move
of a
video.
cow.
The move
Yeah,
video.
Yeah.
The bitch
yeah.
I'm a cow video.
But I was telling people like that girl's gonna become a millionaire because that video was fucking everywhere. And lo and behold, she's now one of the biggest musical artists out.
Yeah, but I say this all the time. Doja Cat's talented. Her problem is she's weird as fuck. And that's always been.
But it's that weirdness that made her fucking famous.
So you don't think she's famous off of her talent? You think she's famous off of weirdness?
It's both. It's both.
No, she's definitely
It's
talented. I'll give her that.
she's talented and weird. Like I said, it's both.
I I see what you
And
mean, but
legit, the only thing she really needs to do is just stay the fuck out of trouble, and she's good.
that girl can't stay on the show to begin with. She
So
like
let's see how I was about to say. Let's see how that goes.
she like
Um,
she got a thing for school shooter white boys.
again, see how that goes. But going back to the statement made by Anthony Mackie, right? I'm a firm believer in the term. It's not
It's not what you know, it's who
What
you
you
know.
know, it's
what
who
you
you
know,
know.
but who you know. Yeah, and he's pretty much described that to a T. But there's also the question of what are you doing to be noticed by the people you need to know in order to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish.
That was bad on me. That was bad on me.
Make sense?
No, yeah. What are you doing to get noticed? Yeah.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
that's hold up.
You
Let
go
me
to
close
you
my
go to
door.
Diddy parties. That's what you do.
Sorry.
That's Spider Man.
No, 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 no. Oh, don't do that. For God's sake, don't go to anyone's weird ass party. That's another thing too. Don't do the wrong shit to get noticed. You know?
Too late.
I was about to say, like, you got people like Charleston White that damn near acts like a coon, but yet he's on everything. I was like you can't say that and it works for him.
Eh,
That's what I'm saying. It's not, but exactly like you said, it's not what you do, it's who you know. And then
yeah.
sometimes, like, um,
Yeah, it's so many layers to that because then there's the whole thing of being, I guess, being known for the wrong reasons, being famous for the wrong things. We've spoken several times about how certain individuals are more famous for their personal antics than their actual craft.
I've said that. I've said that many times.
Mm, what the hell?
I've said that
I
about
got
what Hold Down to X and Sick Time. I said for people like that. It's like if I know you're born in your craft and your music, then you're not really that talented. But which is why I don't like it when like talented people do gimmick stuff to get noticed. It's just like your music should speak for yourself. But okay. Any last words before we move on to our next topic? Okay. Uh, uh, this one's a do you care, but it's one of the things that's obviously been talked about the whole week. Do y'all really care about the shit Dochi said on the Wild Wings thing?
Not really. The fact that my comment on that video made the photo or whatever for that was actually kind of funny, but
By the way, this is
you
like
know,
the
I'm
second
gonna say
time
this.
you've been on stage.
I'm gonna say this one thing. I'm gonna say this one thing, right? Only, and I'm saying this only because my comment is one of the comments featured in that the photo. When I made that comment, I wasn't even 100% sure who homegirl was. I literally took that as her way of saying she was gay. Hence my statement. Oh, so she likes women. And then I go to, and this the irony about everyone saying, oh, the men are triggered. I go and look this girl up, and lo and behold, she's a whole lesbian like I thought.
Bisexual, but in your. But go ahead, Neil.
Just all I'm saying is, again, at the time, I wasn't even sure who she was.
Okay. Um, I want to say this. I want to say this. I think it shows we use. You know how like one of my biggest pet peeve is like getting blamed for things that I have nothing to do with. I realize my other pet peeve is starting as like overusing a word that is probably not even that like triggered. Is because saying straight man was triggered. It was just like I don't think anybody was triggered by this because like I was telling people that I was having a debate with. I don't even think half the people knew she was bisexual. Like, and Dion proved my point. It's just like most people think she's an industry plant. So that's one thing. And to me, I know people like me. I was just wondering why she said that. And the only reason I say that because I am a victim of the why. Like I want to know why did you say this? What was the reason for you saying this? Because obviously there's something behind it. I understand everybody has their interpretations because everybody was giving me their interpretations, or everybody was just saying she's a feminist, and I'm like, I want to hear it for the horse's mouth, and I also just like want to know like what she believes about it because it might be something deeper that y'all not like really knowing about it. So that's just one thing. But I want people to understand that like I just some it's we need to stop putting our own personal interpretations on everything because you may have problems with straight men, or a lot of other people have problems with straight men, or whatever group that you have problems with, because it definitely shows when you make some of these interpretations and you make some of these assumptions because your problem may not be her problem. And I've been seeing that a lot. So I think people really should stop doing that should stop doing that really. But also I want there are people, and maybe this is just me, there are people that I feel like they don't want to solve problems. They just want to make things worse because I remember this was on like my threads or like the other part of Twitter, and like I said the same thing. Yeah, I roll my eyes, but I want to know why. And then this person was just like, if you don't know, you don't know. And I'm like, that doesn't solve anything. It's just like if we, because y'all the main ones to talk about people don't understand y'all, and yeah, but when we try to get to the bottom of y'all don't want to talk about it. It's like you're the, and I told him you're the reason why like most people have troubles with communicating this shit because I I don't know me, but just me. I'm like I want to solve the problem. I don't actually want to just bitch about the problem. What are we doing to solve the problem? And then
First,
I feel like there's a lot of people that just want to bitch about the problems and don't want to do anything else with it. So, and I don't know. I think that hurts me as well. So,
me personally, I was willing to just overall disregard it because it just seemed like a silly thing to say.
it start. Here's the thing. You're right because it started that way, but some people it hurts deeper than most. And honestly, and because I know they say the straight people would trigger, I'm on the total opposite of that because it seems like the I don't want to say the people that defended Doshi. It seemed like they was more triggered than some of the straight men because some of the straight men they had their interpretations. But this is what happens
Right.
when you leave things so vague.
Right. If
Everybody
anything, if anything, the ones who were triggered were whoever was calling straight men triggered. In short, that's the best way to explain that.
not, not to put
Because
like I said, that storm outfit is lovely, but like I said, like I don't think most people knew that she was even bisexual. Like you had to find that out, and like, and then you leave something like that so vague. It's just like I'm not gonna say hit dogs or holler because that is a true thing, but it's just like there's got to be a reason you said something like that. You just can't say that and then leave things like what's the word on that? You just like you drop a grenade and then you just go about your business. You can't be just doing shit like that because because a lot of people do that because they metaphorically they drop this grenade and then when you ask them to explain themselves, they don't want to explain themselves. And I don't know that person. I hate that.
the proverbial pipe bomb. Shout out to CM Punk.
Yeah, it's just like why did you do that? But Father, you got anything to say about it?
No.
Okay. So, any last words on this, and then we get to I guess we can get to our final topic. All right, that's it. This is a very short episode, so I'm gonna just go straight to the final thoughts. Dion, you got any final thoughts?
What?
Wait,
That's
wait,
it?
wait, 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 wait. Hold on.
I had about
One thing. Okay, okay. I did have a final thought, but before we get to that, one thing I thought you was gonna talk about, and I wanted to bring this up real quick. The You seen the video of that relay race? That girl hitting the one girl in the back of the
That's
head
what
with the
I'm
baton.
saying. Yo, we
I
got
was
some
wondering if you was
topics. We
gonna
got some
speak
shit we
on
could
that.
talk about.
I was
we can
wondering
talk
if you
about
was gonna speak on that
we can talk about that. We can
because
talk
I
about
had
that.
something to say about that.
I'm
Go
about to
ahead.
say.
Go ahead.
Okay,
I
I
didn't think that
watched
was cool
that
about. I honestly
several
didn't think that was
times
cool
because
about that.
pretty much every content creator I follow on YouTube has made a video speaking about that incident. So I've watched that video several times. You cannot convince me that that was an accident. You cannot.
It wasn't an accident. No, she had murder in her. She had murder on her motherfucking mind, like YNW Melly.
Ryan W. Melly.
Okay, okay. Now, here's how I'm going to break this down so that there's no mistake. And Ray, you can attest to what I'm about to say because we both have backgrounds. You Navy, me Marine Corps, right?
Yeah.
Let let first of all let's talk about the video itself, right? You clearly see this girl cock back and then swing forward, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. There was no reaction after the fact. She just kept running while homegirl changed course and collapsed off the to the side of the track. There was no concern or nothing. So you can't navigate around that one. Sorry, no, can't can't do it. Not to mention, do you know how much force you got to hit somebody in the head with to not just give them a concussion, but actually fracture the skull?
The
Because that's
batons
what
are made.
happened to the victim here.
The batons are made of metal.
Aside from the fact that the baton is metal, you could take an accidental bump from a piece of metal and I guess walk away with a lump or something. But to do all of that type of force requires intent.
Hmm.
You don't do that to the back of someone's dome, literally crack their skull. You don't do that by accident, especially not in the back of their head like that. That type of force requires intent.
That, that's little Draymond Green right there. That's a bad hit.
Yeah,
Uh, she
Yeah,
trying to
that's
play
what I'm
ball
saying.
too.
Like, bruh, she was not fooling nobody with them tears.
I was okay. That's why I started laughing because I was thinking about that part next. I was going to say something about that next, and I just busted out laughing because the I know I said Bianca Belair deserved an award for her performance stuck in the pod in the Elimination Chamber as Naomi was getting her ass whooped by Jay Cargill. But can we talk? Who coached her for that? Oh my God. Who
Ain't no
coached
coach.
her?
No,
They
ain't
need
no
to
coach.
be
She
they
just
need to
got
be
it.
hosting acting
She just
classes.
she
Who
just
coached
naturally
her?
got it. She just naturally got it.
Mama had to pull her aside and said, "Look, I need you to just get in front of the camera and cry. Just just cry and say anything you could think of because can we all agree that nothing this girl was saying made a lick of sense? If anything, she was incriminating herself.
Who, Naomi? Oh no,
No, the girl.
okay. No. Yeah, none of it makes sense. Like she got touched in the head. She was trying to.
You are really invested into this story, aren't you?
No, because it's funny to me. It's funny to I mean, okay, the girl getting injured the way she did is not funny by any means. Let me clarify that. Okay? But the extent to which this girl is trying to make herself look like this victim of circumstance when you clearly had malicious intent in what you did. That is the part that's making me laugh. You clearly did that with malicious intent.
Oh no,
And
she was
all
trying to take that girl out.
and all the victim's family really wanted was an apology. That's the sad part to me. All they wanted was an apology.
She has to take
And
accountability first.
she couldn't even give them that.
Yeah, because women don't take accountability.
Yeah, well, a lot of
You,
women don't take accountability.
they dodge it like the
At the
Matrix.
very least, this girl's parents should have done something, said
Yeah, I'm not
something.
even gonna hold you, Dion. You sound real invested in this story right now. Cause the way you talking, I don't know. You just sound real invested in this motherfucker.
It's just as a parent that couldn't have been me. I'd be out for blood. Like I'd be if this was my daughter, I'd be out for blood. Nah, you put my daughter in the hospital. That's the potential. That's a potential life-threatening injury. That's brain damage you're talking about, dog. That's not something to be taken fucking lightly, taking a shot to the head like that. No.
You have a daughter, right?
Yes. A son and
Yeah.
a daughter.
Don't put your daughter in child sports because I can see you beating up other dads. That's you're the dad's getting into fights, Dion. I can see you gonna be that dad. Oh man, but
Yeah, that couldn't have been me. I'm
look,
at someone's door. I'm at someone's door.
look, coming from one competitive person, I come from a competitive family. Yeah, don't.
I'm I'm all for. I'm a competitive person myself. I talk to you all the time about how me and my son go back and forth on video games.
Yeah,
I'm
but
competitive my damn self, but some shit like that, I feel like, come on, that don't take that laying down. Don't take that lightly. That could, as bad as that was, let's be real. You're talking about a head injury. You're talking about potential brain damage. As bad as that was, that still could have been worse.
oh yeah, it could
And
have been a lot of worse. She could have killed her.
right, that's the main reason why I'm like, yo, like take this seriously. Don't just roll over about this shit. Like Shorty could have died. Like heaven forbid, but the the wrong you hit somebody in the wrong spot on the head in the right way, you could outright kill them instantly. They won't even feel it.
Oh no, I agree with you. I said, you know what's the sad part? She
What?
wasn't really losing that bad. I can understand if she was losing that bad. She
You
wasn't losing
were you
that bad.
you were if you were close enough behind her to make contact with the back of her head by that baton, you were not behind by much to pick up some speed.
You don't think she said something like slick, but it's like you can't beat me,
She
bitch. I'm
ain't
gonna do
say
it.
again. I watched this several times. Shorty didn't even say anything to her. She was just running. That's it.
So, so you just rocking people's heads off.
There was no reason for that.
Oh Lord, yeah.
And again, that could have very well been a potential life threatening thing. Like, thankfully, you know, the all it was the concussion and fractured skull. I don't mean to make it sound like that's a minor injury. That's that's pretty damn bad. But again, better than what it could have been.
Yo, fuck Doctor Strange and his Eye of Agamotto. But yeah, yeah, Dion, you very invested into this.
Yeah. Oh, and there was something else. There was something else I was wondering was going to get brought up too. In that same interview from Anthony Mackie, he spoke about the death of masculinity. I guess he called it in another part of that interview, and I was wondering if you were going to say something about that too.
If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. Because
Could you pull
technically,
up
I think kind of
exactly?
like
Could
had.
you pull up exactly what he said on in that particular section, if you know what I'm talking about, just for context?
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. My bad, Father.
I keep my boys humble. Like my boys have
Let me know
never
if y'all
had a
can
pair of
hear it.
Jordans. You know, my boys don't do all that internet fire shit. I'm like, your kids. And no, I don't give I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Mm-hmm. Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tell the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he's gonna straighten the other ones out. Mm-hmm. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. Right. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open the door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. Mm. You make sure these doors are locked every night. This alarm is on. You text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, climb through the window. That money means nothing. Right. You can have all the celebrity in the world, jump through the door. That celebrity means nothing. Yeah. So you got to have a little guard in there. Mm-hmm. You know, and so for me, it's always that idea of American masculinity is very different. I keep my boys humble, like my boys have.
So that's it. What do y'all thoughts about that?
Would you like to start, Dion, since you are our father? Because I have no kids.
So,
team no kids over here.
So one of the reasons I wanted to mention that was there was some backlash to that, right?
As always.
Here's the thing though, and me speaking as a dad, me having both a son and a daughter, I heard absolutely nothing wrong with what he said. This is something I've told my son from even when he was when Constance was pregnant with his sister, excuse me. When we're not around, when me or his mom ain't around, he's the one that's going to have to look out for her, watch over her, all that. When she was still a baby and he wasn't but 5 years old, he knew how to hold her, to feed her, and everything. He basically knew how to do everything except change diapers. When it came to taking care of a baby, by the time me and their mama was done with him. And this, I don't know what it is with this idea that I guess men aren't needed in society anymore, that these feminists have been trying to push. But come on. It's certain things that women are just, and I don't mean to sound sexist, but there's certain things that just women are just not built for. Same way there's certain things men are not freaking built for. We need each other, and I wish some of these ideologies would just hurry up and die off already. That's the thing that seems to be slipping everyone's mind, and the reason we keep having to have certain conversations. Maggie should not have had to make that statement, but we live in an environment where where he had to say what he just said because of how masculinity has been so badly damaged. So I just want people to think twice about the roles of the men in their lives. They're more important than what people realize. What a lot of these women realize. And that's all I got to say about that.
Father, would you like to go?
Um, hmm. I'm about to say something controversial, but I think it's true with all my heart. I think so. You know how they said men were chivalrous and then women killed it?
Yeah.
I say masculinity is on a decline. And honestly, I think it's man's fault. I think we got to hold that. I don't think it has nothing. I think feminism plays a role, but ultimately, if we are the arbiters of masculinity, then we dictate how that is supposed to be upheld. And if we allow people to tell us what to do and to tell us how to think and to tell us how to do all of these things, then we got to hold that. You feeling what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to the younger boys, because what type of example are they setting? Because if you remember back in the day, like part of being a man was being respectful towards women. You feeling what I'm saying? Like being respectful, saying yes sir, no sir. You know what I'm saying? Being chivalrous. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Being self-sacrificing to a certain point, not being self-sacrificing to everything that requires it, but being self-sacrificing to the point where you know that the people you love are going to benefit from you sacrificing this one particular aspect of yourself, whether it be your time, whether it be your money. You know what I'm saying? Men are usually the providers, right? And we are usually the providers because of not because it's a man's role to provide, but because that was the standard that we placed on ourselves. You
Mm.
I don't think that's controversial at all.
know,
But
To
like
I
kind of
think
to kind of add to that, with a lot of the problems facing men today, there are a lot of things that in the past men have just kind of rolled over and took, and now we're in positions we are today. You know, it's certain things that probably could be different if certain things were done to stop certain shit from happening.
okay. Father, are you finished with your statement? 'Cause I
no,
want to.
I want to make one other point and say that like there is like women do they do have a say in the affairs of masculinity because men are not the only people who deal with masculinity. It's also women too. So they of course have a say in the same way that we have a say when a woman is pregnant. We just don't have the final say. We do have a say. We do have a voice because that is our seed, but we just don't have the final one. You feeling what I'm
Right.
saying? So if she decides to go with the abortion, I have no choice but to respect that as much as I oppose it because it's her body ultimately, right? And it would just mean that I would have to do my due diligence to procreate with a woman that would respect my seed the way that I want to. You understand? But us as men trying to complain that oh women do this and women do that and women don't respect men, and I'm like, yo, that's on us though. If you want to be a respected man, then be a man that's respectable. You feeling what I'm saying? If you want your kids to behave a certain way, then you have to provide that type of example. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like me personally, I don't allow no woman to call me broke. Not because I don't have money, but just simply because that's not in my nature to behave like a broke nigga. You feeling what I'm saying? I could have $0 in my bank account and I could still be the wealthiest person in the room just based off of how I conduct myself. But you could, because a rich nigga can act broke. You feeling what I'm saying? So I feel like it's
Same way
much
a lot
more
of
than
broke
just
niggas act rich.
bro. You got a lot of broke niggas that think they motherfucking Mansa Musa. You feeling what I'm saying? So my thing is, bro, at the end of the day, like if you want masculinity to change, you have to be the catalyst of that change, right? Right now, we're in a situation where, economics is hard for a lot of people. So, women that have these expectations of a grander lifestyle, it's like, bro, you kind of have to see the reality for what it is. We're not saying that you're not deserving of that. We're just saying be realistic. Are you the type of woman that's going to compete with 10,000 other women for that nigga that make $1 million? Or would you rather be okay with someone who shows up, who's diligent, who shows work ethic? And he may not be in the position that he wants to be, but if he's making a genuine effort to show you that he is willing and capable to sacrifice for your greater good, I don't see the problem. Because men do that for a lot of women. Women be in super fucked up situations. The father ain't in the life. And then what do they say? I'm not the stepdad. I'm the dad who stepped up. Right? Ain't that what they
Right.
motherfucking say? And women love that shit because somebody is making a sacrifice in order to raise these goddamn kids. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be on us. I don't think that we should be blaming women for the degradation of manhood. That's on us.
Like I said, we allowed a lot of shit.
Yeah, we allowed a lot of shit. I agree with that.
Okay. Are you done? Because I don't want to take
Yeah,
up
yeah,
your
yeah,
time.
yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. Back in my grandfather's days, he had to drop out of. I think he dropped out of middle school or yeah, elementary school. Anyway, he dropped out when he was 13, so he could take care of the family. Most people in that day, like most kids that day, was dropping out of school just to take care of the family because I think that was along with the Great Recession and some shit like that. Um, Now in most days, you know, it's a man who's the sole provider, and he has a factory job, and he has the wife and two kids and a dog and a foot. That was the ideal of a man. We're
Yeah, the
still, I
so-called
feel like
nuclear family.
we still haven't evolved on the modern day man and what are we doing because I feel like we're still trying to live back into those traditional days. And it's obvious that we can't live those traditional days no more because one, women work now and women do make money now. Even though we in the year say we make more than men, women still make money. They make their own money. They got their own house. They got their own bills with all that stuff. Men, we haven't really evolved into this time. I think that's why people are thinking masculinity is dead. But I don't have a problem with what Anthony Mackie said. But at the same time, we still need to evolve a thing. Now, what is that is based on us, and I feel like uh, we don't know that. So a lot of them are looking to what do women want in a man. But in my opinion, if you're listening to what women want in a man, you're going to be highly confused because women don't even know what they want in a man. There's been times where everybody here has seen it. A woman would say they would say one thing: they want a man tall, dark, and handsome. They want him to be super nice, and then next thing you know, he's dating a bad boy that does none of that. But they just the whole year. Like
Oh no.
she
I
told
just
me,
watched the whole video like 3 days ago. It was a chick talking about she went on a date with this dude and he did all the stuff that you hear women talking about with the flowers and all that, how he was a perfect gentleman and all that. And she she called him corny.
yeah, she called him corny, right?
Then all the gentlemen leave like this, that, and the third XYZ, and she still laughed at the man and called him corny. So it's like as a guy, what are you supposed to do at that point? What the fuck are you supposed to do with that?
What can you do? Like I went through that myself. My grandmother, I used to listen to my grandmother, how to treat a woman, and she used to give me the whole things: hold the door open, be chivalrous. Um, if the woman, if
Shit.
you're walking with a woman, you stand on the outside of the road and she stands on the inside. Um,
Uh, listen.
all that,
I,
all that other stuff. This is, but we see that people say, "Nigga, you corny," and well, that's another thing because obviously, um, what's it? How can I say this? A lot of women are in single parent homes and they're single mother homes, so a lot of them don't even know what healthy look at masculinity looks like. What is a healthy? Because we talk
Mhm.
about toxic masculinity all the time. What does healthy masculinity look like? Do they have an idea? No. Have they ever
I
seen
have
one?
see.
No.
I have a saying in regards to that. Masculinity is only toxic when it comes from a woman.
No, no, no. There really is toxic masculinity. There's over masculinity, but
And I hella don't agree with that.
Sorry, not sorry.
Well, coming
uh,
from Dion is expected.
oh
What up,
shit.
B?
What up,
Hey,
B?
father.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I stole a Ray quote. I know he usually say that. I couldn't help myself.
Shit happens.
But like I said, who here really knows what a healthy masculinity looks like? I can say I have one because I've lived in a two-parent household until my parents divorced. But even then, my father's still in my life, where he's still like, to me, one of the greatest men I've known in my life. And I think he's the main one. I think that produces healthy masculinity. None of us went to jail. All of us got good careers. All of us work. Um, and he's been doing that. People look at him as a great man himself. Outside of just being a dad, he's most people look at him as just a great overall great dude. So I at one point I feel privileged that not even just being a male, but having an idea of what healthy masculinity looked like. Even for my grandfather. My grandfather like worked worked two jobs, got two pensions. Um and he had to be the man he had to be for his time too. So I have like at least two generations of experience of healthy masculinity. So and I know most people they don't even have that because most people don't have their fathers in their life. Like you have to also think of that.
I
And
mean, I've had examples of what not to do.
yeah, you have examples of
I
not to
guess
do.
that's I guess that's something I've learned from the mistakes of the people I've had to watch and how their lives got fucked up.
Yeah, you have examples of not to do. You have examples of what to do.
Yeah, the opposite of what them niggas did.
What is that though? But because I'm not gonna lie, like
Well,
sometimes
where
you
do
gotta
I begin? I haven't knocked up a bunch of random women. The two kids I got are both by the same female. Um, I ain't been arrested for shit. So I think I'm on the right track. I think I'm doing pretty damn well.
that's good. But that's for your kids. What about your wife?
Again, I ain't been doing shit with a bunch of random women.
That, I get you,
For
but
one,
even women tell me it's more than just not cheating. A lot of women will tell you it's more than just not cheating. I hear that a lot.
I said that's one.
It's more than just not cheating.
But
And then that's when I usually ask them, well, what else is there? And some of them don't even have a bright idea. So
I mean, well for the past couple of years, I've pretty much been paying every bill in this damn apartment. That's something, I guess.
even abusers pay everything. What I'm saying, even an abusive
I
relationship is a damn
okay, and
bill.
I haven't put my hands on nobody either.
That's great.
Not
But do
that
you
not that
miss
lives with me anyway.
so you don't
Um,
so you don't physically put your hands on it. That's good. You mentally abuse her.
you know what?
And
Fuck you.
I'm not saying you do, but these are the things that women will put to your face. Know that. I'm just giving you an idea what some of these women
I
will put
know,
to
but
your
that's
face.
what it That would have been my response to someone. That would have been my real life response to someone. You know what? Fuck you. Because now you're just looking for reasons to. I feel like you're just trying to fuck with me at that point.
No, I'm
That's why
not
that
even.
would be my reaction.
I'm not even
It,
trying to fuck with you, but that's what these women do. But in my idea, it's just like, and this is just my theory. They don't know what a healthy. They don't know what healthy masculinity looks like. Even to what doing all the things that you're supposed to do. They won't even. Some of them don't won't even like give you kudos for it. They'll just tell you you're supposed to do that. And
the
that's
whole bare minimum thing. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's like you're supposed to do that as a man, but you never had a man that did that for you in the first place. So how the fuck do you know what I'm supposed to do? And you don't even get that. Y'all talk about not getting the bare minimum. Y'all don't get that. You what is the and I even asked them, what is the bare minimum?
The thing I've always said is this: a lot of these chicks that are trying to dictate what men should or shouldn't do and say and this, that, and the third, barely know how to be women. So how dare you try to dictate how to be a man?
They're they're good at being men.
Well, that same thing goes both ways.
Go ahead, B.
What the fuck?
Oh, that thing go. I hear it.
Yeah, he's
I
got
got
a,
a soundboard.
a soundboard.
I'm sorry, I got a soundboard. But go ahead.
I know he's but no, Dion. I think that saying goes both ways because there's a lot of men that like you said, oh, there's women trying to tell men what to do and they don't even know how to be women, and there's also men trying to tell women what to do and they don't
Oh,
even know how
you're
to be
absolutely
women.
fucking
So it
right.
goes
You're
both ways.
absolutely fucking right. You're absolutely fucking right. Look at the Fresh and Fit podcast.
They stopped
Fuck them
moving.
niggas, by the way.
First of
Yeah, they
all, I
stopped
don't
moving.
think. First of all, n- never in this lifespan, next lifespan, or the following lifespan will Fresh and Fit's podcast will ever be used as an example or even correlation. Like
They're an
I think
example of
we
what
should.
you're just talking about niggas who barely know how to be men
Yeah,
trying to dictate women.
I think we should completely dead them and like using them.
At this stage, I'm surprised they still have a fan base.
They're always gonna have a fan base.
mm,
At this stage, I am genuinely shocked.
as long as red pill exists, there will always like they they was it appease to like to be honest to nobodies.
Okay,
Mhm.
there's red pill, and then there's outright misogyny.
Now,
There's a
I said they
there's a
appease,
difference between the two.
but they appease to these nobodies who then believe that they are superior to everybody, but in
I'm
reality, y'all are still nobody.
again there's red pill, and then there's straight up misogyny, and there's certain shit that I've heard either the actual panel on that podcast or guests that they've had there say misogyny outright.
Mhm.
You can't tell me nothing else.
Mhm. Let me let Ray finish because I have I or because I want to say something about this whole
No, go ahead,
masculinity.
B.
No,
Go ahead,
because
B.
we're on the same page in regards to that. We're definitely on the same page in regards to that.
Go ahead, B. Only thing I'm just gonna say, it's not red pill per se. It's the people that's in red pill.
Mhm.
But that's just my opinion. It's not red pill per se. But the people in red pill, that's the problem. Watch who. That's why I tell people watch who you listen to, and this is why I say just take whatever good comes out of it, and then just like whatever you don't take, just don't take it. So, but go ahead, B. On you.
So my thought process in regards to the masculinity is like that. So I don't think it's that. I think the problem is people are only looking at the 1% that social media allows them to see. And so they look at all like back then, masculinity was definitely viewed differently. It was more of a man's man, um, men being true men. But now, when you look at the 1% that social media allows you to see, it shows more of a feminine type men. But to be honest, the 75% of men, true men, are still masculine men, are still well bred men, are still men that was raised properly, men that know how to be men, men that follows the rhetoric or been taught to be men by true men. Not every man, unless you follow the social media antics and stuff, then you'll only see those type of men. But let's be honest, like when they had a situation where it was like, oh, the girls was doing this thing where they was like, oh, telling their husbands that, oh, they won't be able to help with the morning. He's like, what are you talking about? You don't even help with the stuff now. So it's like, if you keep looking at the 1%, you're gonna be delusional because there is still real men out here that's really being full blown men. Um, but if you look at only social media, all the men look like they're competing against women, but in reality, um, not every man is competing against women. Um, unless you feel like, for some odd reason that you believe in your mind that the only way for you to excel and expand is to compete with a woman, then that's a problem. Um, but most men don't have to compete with a woman. Um, they're not even on the same playing field. Most men knows exactly what their job and what their task and what they have to do. Yeah, there's a lot of women who have to have tapped into their masculine bag, but at the end of the day, the moment they find a true man, on everything I love, the masculine, like that masculine female would definitely be done. Like it's not in her nature to want to live in a masculine bag. So the thing, the reason why the they want to stay, like they want to believe in, no offense to the dude and everything, and he has always been that type of man. Even when you look at old interviews of him and everything like that, he's always been, he always portray himself to be a masculine man, and like his dynamic of a modern household and his family and everything. Even when he tried to be funny about it, but that it's always been like that. Um, the only thing I have is I hate the fact that we have to have rhetoric that makes it seem as if masculine men is dying. They're not dying. We're only People keep looking at social media and think these men are dying. First of all, a social media man, like, is it Harry, that one that wore that skirt, or even, well, what's his name?
Harry
Um,
Styles. Harry Styles.
yeah, and what's his name? The one that did the Essence Festival, that's with Megan Good.
Oh, Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors. Why, like, the fact that he claims it was art, whatever, whatever, but it's like, okay, you would, but then like when you look at him now, he, like, his rhetoric, his personality, everything is shifting. Like that moment he did that thing, it didn't work out for him. So like when you see him now, he try to portray as if he's more of a manly man again, like, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like that's just what media wants you to see, is like they want these men to be portrayed that we think would be masculine men, and they want to like make them more feminine. But then at the end of the day, like if you're a true man, you have to act as if as that. Like why would you allow yourself to pretend to play into like that feminine bag, because in Hollywood that's what's selling right now. And then all these people trying to throw this. Even I think, what's her name? Um, Candace Owen even had a whole series where she talked about, oh, the like masculine men is dying. That's not true. Y'all stop looking at these 1% of these social media antics and think that's because if you're outside in the real world, you'll notice there's still a lot of men that that are real men. They're not wearing full blown skirts outside in the world. They're not wearing high heel boots and feminine shoes and wearing nail polish nails. Yeah, they take care of themselves. They work. They're not just wanting to be bad chicks in this world, being taken care of, flown out. There's not all men is like that. So I hate when this rhetoric tries to throw even the same rhetoric where they say, "Oh, what girls bring to the table," or the whole men is not. Oh, we're losing masculine men. You're not. We're not losing them. Like they haven't died. They haven't fell apart. There's men that don't want to be sissy boys that still exist in this world. No offense to anybody that the want to be a sissy boy. It's just
A bunch of girly men. But Arnold Schwarzenegger, you just said a bunch of girly.
yeah, like not every man is like just 'cause like some men went to prison and their true nature came out. But it's like not that's not every man. Like stop trying to like it's like when they be talking about nobody showed up to people's performances. Like stop it. Like there is real men out here. Like they didn't die. Like stop discrediting the men that's still alive that don't want to be famous. That is okay with being a man to make it seem like they all done died and we gotta all form to this. We gotta all want to wear nail polish on our nails and like pretend to use like your daughter or allow her to like take like first of all like I understand you have a daughter. I would have gave her a hand somewhere, but there's no reason. No offense to dads, like you shouldn't want to have your daughter doing your nails is not like that's not the thing you want to teach your daughter. Like, oh, this is so common. Like you can just paint my nails. Show her, give her your mom. Show her mom, and let her paint the mom's nails. Like, stop trying to create this rhetoric and like, child. Let me get off because I'm about to like this should just irritated my soul
No,
just
no,
now.
no, 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 no. Keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. Because you about to, no, no, no. Because here's the thing. You about to say some shit that the men can't say because they gonna fuck around and get canceled. Keep talking. I know
Well,
where you're going. Keep talking, please.
oh, I'm nah, I'm good at this point because
Because again,
I was about to
what you
go.
were starting to say a moment ago, we was on the same page. So I really want
Look,
you to
I was
keep
about to
talking.
no, I was about to go left, and I felt it coming. Then I started getting mad, and I was like, oh, I was about to go down the rabbit hole.
Tough
Oh
D.
no, no, no!
Tough
I'll give you a
D.
shovel. Keep talking.
Tough D with the flow. Whatever.
I felt the rabbit hole. I was like, ooh, hold
Again,
on,
I'll lend you a shovel. Keep digging.
uh, I don't want to be digging. But y'all get my gist. Like, at this time, like, let's stop the cap. Like, real men are not dead. Like, however, and I'm glad that he's teaching his sons how to be proper men. And I believe like everybody should be like teaching their child that there should be no reason that even schools are trying to drop the rhetoric to like teach boys. Oh, let's create a bunch of little feminine boys. What the fuck? Or businesses choosing to like, oh, let's create gender neutral like locations. No, separate the boys' clothing from the girls' clothing. There's no reason why my son should be having on a skirt or a skirt going to school. Like wait, what? That's a
That's a
man.
Haitian. That's a Haitian side. Come on.
Exactly. Like we are not doing that. No, if they are men. They are boys. They are boys, and that's it. Like we're not gonna confuse anybody at these tender children age, and so that they're confused for the rest of life. No. So then when they grow up, they'll still be confused. It's a no.
How they
And
all
then
different.
yeah, like the
Go ahead,
whole
D.
like they it's so bad. Like the media wants us to believe so, but then it's like they won't show you a real man. So like when the guy when he made that when he said that statement, yeah, people will be they'll want to disagree with it or they want to like try to cancel him. But at the end of the day, what is correct is always gonna stand firm, and he shouldn't be afraid. Because at the end of the day, Hollywood was never for black people. They just accidentally found a door and opened it, and black people still just stayed in there, and they never left. But to be honest, Hollywood never really wanted them there. But they held their own, and they still holding hostage to their little spot. So yeah, say what you have to say. Make sure y'all like continue to fight for black people. Continue to show us exactly what a true man is. Show his kids what they are, what they supposed to be, regardless of what the situation is. Because at the end of the day, the kids are still black. The kids still have to raise up. They still have to raise kids, and so they need that structure from the beginning. If they don't have the structure in the beginning, they're gonna be damn fools for the rest of their life.
Damn. Shout out to the women that appreciate real men out here.
I
Yeah,
For real.
exactly
I miss you, B.
miss y'all too.
She she fixed you.
But one thing I
Good
know for a
for her
fact,
for that.
that's why I was shocked when Dion was being real censored. I was like, "What's going on, Dion?" Because normally, this your shining grace right here. Go off.
No, I was letting you go because again, you just said a lot of shit that certain fellas would have got canceled for saying.
Not
Like,
Dion letting people cook now. Oh my god.
Let her
Good
cook.
father, we got character development.
no, because what she just said, like most guys couldn't say. Like you'd have everybody would be at his throat.
Mhm. Because I feel like, oh, you can't like it gives Diddy. I mean, not Diddy. Ooh, it gives
Oh,
Boosie. They if they stay ready to cancel Boosie because Boosie be starting to be.
Oh, speaking of Gucci, and since this
I'm
kind of on the
I'm convinced
topic,
that man is impenetrable. At this point, you might as well just get that man diplomatic immunity, man. Leave little Boosie alone.
speaking of Gucci and not Gucci, but his wife, there was a video seen with his wife on another man's neck lap, but the guy is obviously gay. Like even as a, and there was band that said, I don't care if he's gay or not, she shouldn't have been on his lap. Do y'all agree with that or no?
I
you
hundred
talking
percent
about
agree.
Gucci Man, right?
It was Gucci Man's wife, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I
he's
hundred
sitting on.
percent agree. Gay,
Uh,
straight, halfway, sideways, two ways. What the hell you doing? Like sitting on his lap, laying on his lap. I don't know what it was, but what are you doing there?
Yeah, it's certain things you just don't do,
What are you
regardless.
doing on his lap?
Exactly. Like I don't care. Like it just be things that just don't make no sense. Like I don't care. Oh, he's gay. What does that mean? Like what does
What does
that
that mean to
mean?
me?
Father, you need to record some of the ad libs because like because we definitely need to
Gay or
hear
not,
it.
that's still another man.
yo,
So he's still going to feel some way about his wife sitting in the lap of another man. The
yo,
fuck?
father, I
Mhm.
held the Spider Man, and the Spider Man just left me to die. All right, just so you.
No, we won anyway. Fuck them
Ray,
niggas.
we're gonna need a what does that mean ad lib because we're gonna need a few of those that drop.
What does that mean?
Because I'm like, that's crazy work, and then to try, like, who's justifying it? Like, is she saying, "Oh, he's gay," or the world's saying he's gay,
No, no,
or
no.
like,
When you
No,
look at
she
the
said that.
video, when you look at the video, he's obviously gay. He's like, it's not even like questioning. He's obviously gay. But there was men that was just like, there was men who was just like, I don't care if he's gay. You represent Gucci Man. You're his wife. You shouldn't be on the man's lap. And
I
women will say,
100% agree with them.
Regardless of who you are, whether you're as famous as Gucci Man or low level broke ass nigga like myself, that's
I 100%
still
agree.
that's still somebody's wife sitting in another man's lap.
Yeah. And
With that
first of
shit,
all,
regardless of the sexuality of the other guy.
as that man's wife, you should be embarrassed to even be caught or to even have even been slow with it. Because why didn't the man stand up? Like, why did you need to go sit on his lap? Like, why didn't he stand up? If you couldn't stand up no more, why couldn't he stand up so you could sit on that chair? But to think you need to sit on his lap, and regardless of his sexual like deviance or whatever it is, like, it's crazy work to me. Like, that's like embarrassing your husband without even like publicly, and not thinking. Like, do you not respect him? Because
I've always go
I
ahead, go
don't
ahead, please.
care if my best friend was gay. If I'm with somebody, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, and I know for a fact that would still embarrass him if somebody else, like let's say his family members came in and saw me sitting on this. I know that would be embarrassing to him because then people have to ask him like, "Yo, what's going on?" So why even put your man in a situation where he has to answer or even defend you or even have to say, "Oh no, it's nothing going on." Like, why does he need to answer those type of questions when you could have easily just asked homeboy to go sit in the seat? Like, yo, can I sit down? My feet hurt. But people be thinking stuff be so cute until you looking stupid. Because imagine if if another girl was sitting on his lap, would that be real cute?
Y'all be having a field day on Gucci.
Oh no, she lesbian.
Oh no, no, no. Stubbs be sneak digging.
It's okay. She a lesbian. Well,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because y'all women don't care. But oh, okay, she a whole stud. It's like y'all do not.
Yeah, no, I guarantee you, lesbian or not, they would have told Gucci Man on Twitter.
exactly. So I agree with these men saying, "The fuck." Like, you just don't be people just be they just be freely embarrassing people. Like, is y'all going through something? Because the thing is, like, man, these girls, they just surprise you daily at this point. I don't even know what to say about it no more.
Well, I've always said that I know human beings are selfish by nature, but I feel like this generation, everybody's more selfish than the usual. It's just like, but I've always said like you shouldn't be in a marriage relationship if you're not comfortable with we and not just me, because like you people, I think people tend to forget. Yes, you are your own person, but when you marry, you with. It's not just you. It's you and everybody else. It's just like your reputation, his reputation. If y'all have kids, their reputation, like all that matters. And most people don't understand that when they get into a marriage, let alone a relationship. And that's a like, I feel like that's, in my opinion, that's why a lot of marriages fail in this type of in this time, because a lot of people like instead of a lot of me, instead of we's, there's a lot of me.
Right.
Any last words before we get on to our final thoughts? Though,
Hey, since she showed up after we spoke about it, material life. Did the video of that relay race where that girl got hit in the back of the head by the other girl with that baton?
Oh, I saw that video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want your thoughts on that. I went on a whole rant about that.
You know what's so crazy about that is I'm not like I agree that it was a mistake. When I seen some other girl's video and she like broke it down, but when I looked at it from a different perspective, I kind of did think it was like she purposely hit homegirl. But then after I seen it from a different I guess a different like angle, and I was like, wait, I don't think she purposely did it. I don't know. So I'm not sure, but homegirl said she didn't do it like that. It wasn't meant like that. So I don't know. Um,
you you don't you saw how she drew her arm back and came forward with that. Come on, that was intentional.
no, so like when you look, you have to look at it from like a different angle. I looked at it from another angle because at first when I looked at it from the angle that everybody else been looking at, I see where people was like where the problem lied. But then I looked at it from a different angle, from the back angle. So homegirl had like clipped her hand. Also, so like the other girl, the one that was coming off of the side, had clipped her hands, and so it kind of threw her off balance, and so she was literally falling like when the situation. So like I was like, okay, I see it now. Like when you look at it from a different angle, you definitely see it. The so she wasn't hitting girl. It was just she was recatching her like her stride again. If it makes sense. From the
I
back
gotta go back
angle,
and look at that.
you got to look at it from the back angle. Like if you look at it from the front, it definitely looked like sis, but she never even hit her. Like it never hit her head at
Oh
all.
no, she hit her. That girl had a whole concussion and a fractured skull. She hit her.
So that girl lying, like bruh, like you finesse now. Like the finessing is definitely finessing. But like as if, at the end of the day, why would you choose to try to be that close to another person when you're trying to take them in, take them from the outside?
I asked
Like,
Draymond Green that same question.
yeah, like if you taking them from the outside, like normally I could understand if you was trying to take them in and you going in the inside, but you going on the outside, so you already have to be outwards, like to take them from the outside, but to be directly close to them where you clip their hands in, like yo, this it gave very much a setup, like from the beginning to the end, like and she's playing, and I'm like, I hope it works out for her. Um I hope her season is goes without a fail. And like she get as much as recruitments for her. Like I think this was like was this a high school or college?
Look, high school. I think it's high school.
Yeah. I was like, but I saw her from the front angle, I was like, yo, now that definitely gives like she got irritated and hit homegirl in the head. But then I
Yeah,
seen it from that back
I gotta
angle.
rewatch it and look for like shots of like the other angles that you talk about because that that looked intentional to me. That looked
It
intentional as fuck
did
to me. But
from the
I'm
front.
gonna look for
So
like other
everybody was
angles
showing
and
the video from the
rewatch it
front.
though. See what you talking about.
No, but if you look at it from the back angle, there was a girl that was on Instagram that showed us the back angle. She was definitely she like homegirl
Yeah.
had flipped her hands. Like, why is you that close? Like it just didn't make no sense. And like that's the only thing I hate about like track and field. Like it's so annoying. But wait, what else did y'all talk about? Let me get my little input.
We was talking about the blur card experience.
Did y'all
Dochi.
all go?
Me and Father went. Dion was there. The other one was about Dochi and her statements of a straight man being a red flag. That was
Wait, Dochi and what?
Dochi and her comments about straight man being a red flag.
Straight men being a red flag.
Yes. You never seen that?
I'm so confused. What did that? How being straight makes you a red flag?
She
Like,
never
what you
explained.
supposed to
It's
be?
not,
Right.
she never
That
explained it. It's
that
not
was
how.
one of the points Ray made when we were first talking about
And
it.
that's why I
She
said
just said that
that's
shit.
how
And there was
she
no context given.
uh,
But like, no. What are you supposed to be if you're not a straight man? Then
No,
which
okay, no. So the funny part of this was okay from the YouTube clip where she said that. Hold on,
apologize.
yeah.
What's my biggest dating red flag? I have my answer. Bad music taste. Oh, that is a good one, because that's one for me. That is a good one. This is a huge red flag for me. All right. You know, it's so crazy. I was gonna say men. I was gonna say men. Know. I mean, strike one. You're a man. Yeah. And you're heterosexual. Yeah. What's my biggest?
That's it. That was it.
is she delusional?
No, she's bisexual.
But is she delusional?
She's just weird. Okay,
No,
so
that's not being
the funny
weird.
part.
That's being delusional. Like, how a man who is straight, which was biblically created in that nature originally, a red flag.
All
Like,
right, like
I'm not even
it
gonna
was just
hold you. I'm really not gonna hold you. I think y'all are reading way too much into this.
He could be. He could be.
I think she's just trolling.
yeah, but troll, I can understand you trolling, but to say of men being straight is a red flag, that's not a
That's
level of
what.
wait.
troll
Let
that.
me ask you this. Let me
Nah,
ask
that is
you
a
this.
troll. That is absolutely a troll. Because when does
Wait,
in what context does that make sense?
No,
She's
for her,
trolling
but she likes bisexual men.
I
because she's
don't even.
bisexual.
No, she has said it many
Hey,
times
listen,
over.
listen. Look,
So I don't
I
think
don't even
she's
care about that
trolling.
part.
I
Here's
don't
my
think.
thing. So one of the bigger things about this is the fact that a comment I made on someone else's video using using that clip or whatever apparently made somebody's video or screenshot or whatever saying, "Oh, men are triggered." All I said was, "Oh, she likes women." Oh, so she likes women because I wasn't even sure who she was initially. The can you pull up that? Can you pull up that photo of like all the different comments or whatever? Because it's like none of those were triggered comments.
No, but she
Give
has
me,
said it
give me a
many
minute.
times over. She
I'm
doesn't
in
have
the
a
queue.
problem with bisexual men because she's bisexual. And so she wouldn't, how can she judge them for liking both when she likes both? But that's why I don't think she was trolling on that part at all. Like she speaks on it several times over different interviews. You'll see she talks about how she likes bisexual men. She likes her men who likes both sides because she likes both sides. So she was being very honest.
Ah, dang. Oh shoot.
Because I've seen plenty of her interviews. I've heard her and everything. I know, like, her backstory. Um,
Yeah, I was just I was laughing at the fact of like, damn, people will really use anything as an excuse to to come after guys and try to make them look like we're just these horrible like monsters and shit.
You're a straight male. Remember that.
mhm. Yeah, she likes her little. She likes her men to swing both ways. Um,
Shawty swing my way. Shawty look good.
but I'm
Honestly,
just like, how is that a red flag? Like,
shit.
that's normal.
Actually, come to think, not a lot of women date bisexual men, not even bisexual women.
Well, we're in this new era now. Like it's a back then it wasn't normal,
Yeah,
but
I
like
can no, because some of them, I think I know the term pansexual going around now, but I think people still have their because like the people that I kind of still hang around with, and I ask them a bunch of stupid questions. Straight men will ask gay men, and they answered all mine. And a lot of them say, yeah, they don't like even if like they have their reasons. It's more or less preference and all that other stuff, but there is reasons. But a lot of women do not like dating bisexual men.
mhm.
Even then, women don't like the fact that you might cheat on me with another man. It does something to their egos
Well,
that
well, we're also in a time where more men are um openly being um curious, like and trying it and not being down low, and they're free to let people know that they like um other men also. So it's not like we're in a time where more men is now open about their sexuality and their want to try with another guy, especially in Atlanta. Like it's so many bisexual men. Where back in the days, some men was embarrassed to even tell you that they slept with a man before.
oh yeah,
Like
they the only
now,
DL.
it's not even embarrassing. It's like, oh okay, yeah, me too.
Oh no, I agree. More people are more open, but for what I be hearing, like even when in their openness, a lot of women do not want to be in a relationship with bisexual men. I agree with you. It's definitely a little bit more.
I don't want to
Oh,
be no. I don't care if you kissed the man, like, and you liked it. I don't. Mm-mm.
I kissed the dude.
Go find you somebody else. It ain't me. If a man touch a weed whacker and it wasn't your daddy taking you a shower, mm-mm. Go find you somebody else because it ain't me.
What if it? I've never kissed a dude, but I'm gonna ask you this: what if it was like a dare? Like you dare?
Uh-uh.
Nope.
Because you shouldn't even agree to that.
No excuses, huh?
It's that why
No
would you agree to
excuses.
that?
Oh yeah, you old
It's a
school.
hell no.
You definitely old school. You're definitely old school. Is it? You can do it once you
Mm-mm.
gay. You,
Exactly. like like the man said, why are you
Why are you gay?
gay?
why are you gay?
You are gay.
Exactly. Like why would you agree to that?
So is it Mister?
Exactly. And then if you let somebody play with your thingy thing and you let them play with your booty hole, like no, I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that. I don't want to. Oh, it's understandable. Oh, you don't feel like
Um,
that no more.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, not to disclose too much, but one of my little sister, the one you know about, she she dated a bisexual man. She did not. First of all, the dude was just weird in general. Not even
Mm-hmm.
just because he was just a weird dude, but like you find out how weird he was, you just like, oh my god.
Yeah. And no, I don't want to. I don't want to be flopping you or whatever the hell. It's a no. Like, like, mm-mm. It's a no. I don't care. It's a no. Like, I don't want my man to like men. I don't want my men to think about men.
Yo, what if he's that dude that says, I'm not gay no more, I'm delivered? No?
Oh God.
And I praise you in the name of the Lord. I still don't want.
He said, hell no. I don't like men's no more. I
If it
like
was, I don't
women.
care if the last man you slept with was 50 years ago.
Damn.
I don't.
If it's on your resume, I don't want it. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
If there was a if it happened, it happened. Like even if it was like by the essence of molestation, I still don't want you.
Really?
And I feel sorry for you. I really do. Like that's hard. But no.
Damn.
And there's a woman who does want him, who wants to heal him and like, work through that trauma. It's still a no for me. I ain't got it in me.
Okay. Be honest. I
Hmm.
can take that.
Women will call you masculine.
That's fine. I'm still not dating a gay man, so it's okay. Like you're not gonna bully me into dating a gay man. It's a no.
Fuck
Like you
no,
can call
baby.
me whatever you want to call me. I'm still not dating a man that play with men.
Lakers and four.
And you know what? That is your preference, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
She said, gay man, bi man, I don't want the man. Lakers and four. They, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
'cause I
about it.
won't feel comfortable. I won't be able to like if you hanging out with your homeboys too long. I can't even. Now I feel weird. Like why you always hanging out with him?
Nigga can hang out with his boys.
No, because now at this point you done tried something before. So now I can't even trust your boys if they regular boys. Like,
Oh man. Yo.
you gonna you gonna have to keep it permanently locked away.
exactly. Like y'all sitting there
Hey,
watching.
I
You
gotta
gonna trust around nobody or nothing.
no, I
Mm-mm.
gotta get home to my girl. Like any longer, she gonna think we gay. And I don't
Mhm. Like you won't think that if your man like your man don't act like he ain't never played around. Like you don't think stuff like that. But the moment you know your man have played with men, it don't never run like your brain don't sit right.
yo, yo, imagine like you just making love to your man. You like, how was it? Like, yo, it was good. My nigga David, right? Yo, David know how to talk to this.
Yeah, it's a no. Mm-mm. And then if you and your homeboy and I know you and you and your homeboy be laughing too much, what you laughing about? Like what's going
Oh
on?
my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, like everything just started to irritate you about him all of a sudden because now you know something. Like you start looking at him side eye. Like what he said wasn't even funny. So why you laughing?
Oh man, that's hilarious. That's a
No, I'm serious. Like yeah. Mhm. Like
no. I believe you. I believe you.
mhm.
That's why.
But girls who okay with it, they good. Like if you like your man one day to wake up and Tim be in the bed with you too, go ahead, girl. You got it. If you like to screw your man in the butt too, girl, you got it. It ain't me.
So okay, let me ask you this question because Melissa Ford and I was going to do a after party on it sometime later, but this was a long time ago when Melissa Ford had that little podcast where she was talking about the men that she'd been with in her life, and one of them she was just like she had this fantasy of her, him, and another dude. And the dude was like, "Oh my god!" He was like, "Who was it?" It's like your best friend. He was like, "Oh my god, I could set that up if you want." It's like if a dude says that to you, it's over.
Oh my God.
He was like, "This that what you really want? I could set that." He goes, "If that's what you want, I could set it up for you." He's just
Wait,
like
who said that?
her
Who said I
boyfriend.
could set it up? Like she
Her
said
boyfriend.
that or he said
He said that to her.
she had she had a
She had a
fantasy.
fantasy. He said, "What is it?" He asked Melissa Ford, "What is your fantasy?" And she said, "It will be with me, you, and another person." And he goes, "Another woman?" She goes, "No, another guy." He said, "Oh, another guy? Well, who is it?" And she goes, "Your best friend." And he laughs. He goes, "Do you want me to set that up for you?" And she goes, "Oh my goodness, thank you, but no." That was how the conversation went.
So she wanted a train ran on. I mean, she wanted to be screwed by two men, or
Yeah,
she
I
wanted
guess
them
I guess she
like
wanted the train ran on her because we would call that a train.
oh, why was he so happy to set that up?
Good see you, huh?
Yeah, why was he so happy to set that up? Like, why you excited about setting up um you and your homeboy screw me together?
Good
It's
see you, huh?
funny because like even with the whole Gucci Man thing, right? Because
Hmm.
she said that he would let her wear the most revealing shit, right? And like he would not have a problem with it. And even when dudes come up to him and goes, "Are you okay with her wearing the stuff like that?" And he goes, "I don't have a problem with it because she's going home with me." And in
Hmm.
Melissa Ford's eyes, she loved it and it turned her on because he was in tune with his masculinity to know that he was going home with her and he didn't feel disrespected about it.
I
So
would have felt weird that my man was like too happy. Like, why? Like, why you this happy? Like, and then,
That's good.
but then again, she weird. Like, why is that a vision of yours? Like, why are you dreaming about two men screwing you? Like, is one man not enough?
I think some women just freaky like that. They like running a train. Some women just like getting a train ran on them. There's a lot of women that want that.
No.
I think one of my exes want that because she always
At
asked
first, when
me.
I heard the story, I thought it was like, both like it threw me off because I was just like, is the best friend supposed to be sleeping with the man too, or I'm so confused.
Yeah, they were
But
supposed to be a threesome.
yeah, but it's them both screwing the female. It's not them screwing each other plus the female. Like it wasn't like unless it was. Then like girl, what
But
y'all
I
going
don't even like watching porn with there's two dudes and one chick. I immediately turn it off. So that's just
on? I'm like, I don't know. It threw me off. Like I would have been like, yeah, this don't want to talk to you no more. Like if a boy came up to me and was like, oh, one of my sexual fantasies is me and another boy screwing you. Like, bro, get out my face. Like,
the thing is, and it's usually the women that initiate it. She goes, "I want you both," and like then it becomes a gangbang, I guess. But
yeah, it's a no.
that's a no because
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I've seen like the gangbangs where there's like more women than men in the porno, and then for some reason, even when the women outnumber the men, there's always one dude going to another and go, it just like, and then like it's a 2-on-1. And I know if I was in that situation, I go, nigga, there's plenty of holes over here. Go down.
She should. Do you see some things people just need keeping their vote? I feel
Yeah,
like people need to be releasing information that should have stayed in the vote. Like the fact that why why you want to be gangbang? I mean, why you want to be trained like? And I feel like sometimes girls will do that because they think that's what the guys want to hear. You know what I mean? If
because
it
it
makes
ain't
sense,
no
I don't know.
fun if the homies don't get. No, not me.
I,
I'm a one-on-one person. Don't get me wrong. I don't even want a threesome with me and a girl and another girl.
no, I
'Cause
really do be thinking some people do that because they think that's really what the person want to hear. Like some people find that to be like, oh, that might be so sexy. Like I think he'll like I don't know. Maybe just
Different folks, different strokes.
yeah.
Different strokes.
But do y'all understand what I mean when I say it? I think some people like when they really like somebody, they'll think that that's what the person wants you to say, and so they'll like try to appease or like
I
I
think
don't
it's
know if it
kind of
makes
dumb
sense.
because you could just ask.
Yeah, like some girls be like, "Oh, I want to have I want to do a threesome," and thinking like they man like because they'll hear the man talk about, "Oh, I would want to have a threesome with two girls and stuff," and so that the girl don't even want to do a threesome, but she doing threesome because she want to appease the man and she want to hold on to him. Like, I don't
That's just her being goofy then, because you literally don't have to do that.
yeah, but that's why I said some people think like that's what the person want and by conversation you start to understand some people and so you like, oh, okay, I kind of know the type of person they are.
Did I ever,
And
did I ever tell you the story of the threesome offer that was offered to me? It was
mm-mm.
it was
Uh,
it was from one of my exes, and I'll just keep it short. And she's the one that brought it up. So she was like, I was thinking about getting a threesome, but she was just like, it was me, her, and another girl. But the other girl was a stud, a big back stud. And I was like, I was weirded out, but I was like, nah, because uh, it was just something not interested. And then she brought it back up the second time, and I told her, if I ever have a threesome, you're not going to be in it. And she asked me why. I said, first of all, you're very jealous, and you don't like other women. So uh, even if let's just say like if I give this girl like 45 strokes and I only give you like 35 strokes, I feel like I will hear it at the end of the session. And I don't care about that, but you would, and I'm not like going to be going through this with you. So I say if I'm going to ever have a threesome, I'm going to be single, and I'm not going to care about who will stroke out. So I told her that. So that kind of like did the whole threesome thing for that relationship.
I think she secretly wanted to be a lesbian.
Well,
And
she's
so
married to a girl now, so yes, we're gonna probably.
yeah, so she wanted to try it out, but she also still wanted to try it out with you.
Yeah.
Like, why
Matter
would
of
you say
fact,
that?
yeah, she smashed one of the most known lesbians that we know on the ship. So
I think I know who you talking about. But let me
yep,
mind business.
it's funny because she told me and I laughed at her, but she was like, "Do you want to know who it is?" And I guessed the person's name, and I was correct. And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "How did you know?" I said, "Because if I was a lesbian, I'd go after her too." Or if I was gay, or like if I was a woman and a lesbian, I would go after her too. So I already knew who you was. It's like I'm not
You know
dumb.
what's crazy? When you said that, all I could think about was that song. If I was a bad bitch, I'll fuck me too.
Oh, and only Chopper.
Yeah.
wow.
Let me nut in your butt.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
You
hey,
know,
hey, hey. Let me nut
let
in
me
your
none of
butt.
your butt. Hey, hey.
Yo, I'll be saying that at random times too, just
Oh my god. Why
Let me
though?
fucking a knot. Hey, hey.
because it's stupid to say, but it's funny as hell to say.
And also, that song is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna hold you.
It's actually pretty
Bruh.
good. It's a dumb song, but it's one of those good dumb songs. It's like
It's like
someone
7-Eleven from Beyonce. The song is dumb, but it's a bop.
I love. That's one of my favorite Beyonce songs. I'm not gonna hold you.
It's just something to drink too. That's it.
Yeah, it's feel like roll the dice. 7-Eleven, 720. Girl, I'm trying to kick it with you. Feet up and I kick it with
Girl, I'm kind of kicky with
you. Okay.
Yeah.
So
you. Jesus.
so in order to be with material like you better be a man's man. Long story short.
Yeah. It's first of all, like I wouldn't want a man not to be a man. Like what? If I wanted a female, I would have just got a female. Why would I want to?
Because Hulk Hogan is a great big punk. Shout out to Lenny
Stop it.
Savage. Be a man. Be a man, Hulk. Be a man. Okay. We can get to our final thoughts now. Material life is on you.
Uh, this year is going by pretty quick. I'm so ready for um
God.
May to come around. So my birthday can come quick.
Taurus niggas.
Mm-hmm. Super excited. This season, I don't know. I feel like this season is the season to be.
To be stubborn. Just that smart.
Exactly.
But
Uh,
I really don't have nothing, child. Just
Okay.
been watching you play video games. It seems like you've been playing the same steps over and over. Who are you playing with, Father? Are y'all playing against each or with
Nah,
each
I
other?
left. I got tired
Yeah.
of getting the match with stupid people.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Me too. It's like people don't do their jobs. But you done? Okay. Dion is on you.
I'm good. I brought up mine.
All right. Father is on you.
I don't want to talk.
Wait, okay, hold on. I also want to say I appreciate all the men in this podcast. Because y'all have 100% proven to be true men, and y'all never fail to be men.
Fucking hell.
I appreciate that.
I also appreciate that.
Wow.
That was supposed to be a kiss sound, by the way. That was
That did not give that right. Like,
I don't.
you might want to go ahead and get some more soundboard. Get them
I don't know
re-recorded.
if I could replace her. I will replace that. I said because it
No,
sounds
you
like a
definitely
kiss.
can. You definitely can re-record some of them because that kiss sound like a hiya. It didn't sound like.
Okay. Okay. That's din din. That for some reason that's called din din, but I think it's ding ding as in correct. This is just regular din.
Oh,
Right?
hey,
Why do you have birth? Why do you
hey,
have?
hey, hold up, real quick. Today
Yeah.
is March 16th, 3/16. It's Stone Cold Boston Day. Go get you some beer.
No.
Oh, yeah. Happy 316.
Yeah, I don't really like beer like that.
Dion just stole my dang on stop final thoughts. Happy 316.
My bad.
You good? You good?
You gotta be
Gotta be quicker than
What
that.
do you
I
mean
let you
quicker? He
go
picked you to pick to go before him.
first.
anyway.
But okay, is that it, Dion? Father
Yeah.
gone. All right. Um, I'm
God.
gonna be okay. So I'm gonna be trying this. This just came in the mail. So I'm gonna be trying this gut cleanse thing. So I've had these before, and I'm not gonna lie. These things will make you poop. Like you if it's a countdown. It's basically a countdown. So if you try these and then you gotta go, you gotta go. But the last time I tried it, it actually like does work. So that's one thing. But just make sure like if, when you take these, it's like a 15-day gut cleanse. I got this off of TikTok. It's one of the things I got this off of TikTok. Run to the
Okay.
toilet. Make sure you're near the toilet because this shit does not play. And also, I would like to thank. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I would like to thank the
Wait,
panel for
great.
joining.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna record yourself doing this 15-day cleanse?
Should
A
I?
journal, like how your experience was and how you felt and how painful it was for you? Shoot.
Probably. I was supposed to do that before because I've done this before, and then like it'll slip my mind. So this time I'm gonna actually do it. So hold me to it. Uh, I'm gonna actually
I,
do it. So,
I never even seen that or heard of that, but I pray
it's
for
on
you. Like,
TikTok. You never seen these on TikTok?
I don't even have TikTok, so that after like my little 2 weeks with TikTok, it was too much.
Okay. Uh, but I'll let you know because these like I said, I tried these before it do work, so now I'm trying again. But also like if you've noticed a new webcam, my old camera still works, but I got a new webcam. I got a new I got some microphones. Got a whole microphone now, so trying to step up this podcast thing. So um, so if you're gonna notice anything different, obviously. And obviously, I got this new little thing that help you with the podcast. This is where you just hearing the soundboard. You know, the best part is you can change your voice out here. So hold on. Oh, that's A major. Hold on.
So you want to sound like a female, or this sounds like Kendrick Lamar's funny voice. This is it.
This is supposed to be a male voice.
Oh,
I sound like Debo from Friday. What you
I
got
was
on
about
my
to say
food, homie?
that's the joint they use to distort your shit when they like trying to hide somebody identity and shit.
Yeah. You know what it sound like? You ever watch his fame videos? Like he do Black Manta. This is what I sound like a Black Manta.
Oh,
that voice is kind of cool though.
It does sound cool. Catfish though.
You know what's so crazy? You ever seen that little video where DDG was with Zoe Spencer and he had used his little, that voice he claims is his real voice, and
Yeah.
that like made her giggle or like turned her on. I was
Yeah.
when you did that. That's what I remembered. I was like, oh, and that voice is.
I need,
Now what was you saying?
I'm gonna check out. I need to wait.
All right, Greg. Let's. That voice is deep and it's different. Um, I think that voice needs to be on its own episode.
Oh yeah, this other one's too. Hold on.
This is supposed to be a Lolly voice, but you ever watched The Emperor's New Groove and remember when Issa turned to a cat? It's like, is that my voice? Is that my voice? Oh well, that's what this, that's what this whole
So
thing sounds like.
we need to do an episode where you go through the whole thing and like go through all the stuff on that sound. Or you probably already did that. Did a recording with you like unboxing and like through a soundboard and everything.
I'm basically doing it right now, so you might have a point.
Ooh, that's so cool. But that
This is
deep voice.
a monster voice.
Say what?
Yeah, this is supposed to be like me as a monster, but it sounds like everything is chopped and screwed. Like DJ Michael Watts.
No, that
Chop
voice I
that
can't hear
voice
nothing.
up.
I can't even understand the words that's coming out your mouth with this voice.
You can't understand the words that are coming out my mouth.
I could understand a little bit, but it's kind of muffled.
Oh, it's kind of muffled. What is there anything else?
Oh no, it just went back to female voice. So
All right, that's it. All right, but I'm just messing around with it. So
It's
let me go.
cool.
Go ahead.
It's cool.
Oh yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. Yeah. So Yeah. But let me go ahead and end this. I would like to thank the panel for jumping on as usual. I'd like to thank all y'all for listening to hear us talk shit again. This is, you know what, let me just say podcast, and we are signing out. Peace.